I want to ask, so you have Charlie XCX, who's a producer on the show. Her music's in the show. She does a cameo on the show.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big get, and the way you went about getting her is very DIY.
Yeah, so I was at a party and I had 2 margaritas.
That's just two.
I was about to hit meat floor.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I told my boyfriend, I was like, that's Charlie XCX. I have to go pitch her my show. And he was like, maybe not. In a way. Yeah, maybe let her enjoy her night. But I went over and I said, will you do the music for my show? And she was like, send me the script, babes.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously we had a few Zooms but
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think she responded to it and she's brilliant. I mean, I think it's very her to be into that and curious about everything. So.
You also have very funny cameos from our friends here at the show, Matt Rogers, Bowen Yang.
Yeah.
They're the best.
My favorite people, my heroes.
I
Yeah.
can imagine on set, just knowing from just talking to them, they probably just bring so much joy and light to a set.
It was wearing a harness in between Matt and Bowen was one of the greatest
Yeah.
experiences of my life. I was breaking in every scene though,
Yeah.
so I was so happy to. In the scene, I run off this couch and they're kind of a psychotic couple, and I was very happy to leave because I was ruining every take.
There's some other. You have music from Britney.
Oh yeah.
And again, I just know from experience, like one of the hardest things in the world is to get permission to use songs from pop stars at that level.
Yeah.
How did you go about getting permission for that?
Okay, so for that, I was instructed to write a letter. And
Okay.
in my head, Brittany read it, but I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah.
Love you, Brittany. But I was just like, sometimes things in the show are hard to explain because it's like something very like wild and crude will happen 2 seconds after something emotional. So I just was kind of like, this is my favorite song of all time. Will you please let us use it? And a few weeks later.
That's it. A few weeks later, you get the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga as well, same thing?
Well, that one, it was funny. Oh, yeah, okay. I found the gay guy in the audience. Yeah.
I think they were applauding the U.S. mail. They're like, 2 weeks.
I mean, wow, fantastic.
I mean, sends a letter, gets a response,
of
get it
course.
up.
No, with Lady Gaga, I heard from her team, and they were like, it was pitched that a young girl gives poppers to a gay guy, and they're playing your song Edge of Glory. And I think at first the team was like, okay, no. And then
Easy
they read the
no,
script.
that's why we're here as a team, to give those easy no's.
Exactly, yes, of course. But yeah, in the end, I think they read the script and saw that it was more than that. But.
There's a scene where you have some pretty considerable rapping skills in an episode.
I hope ASAP has left.
Yeah.
Yes, please go home, Pretty Flacco.
Do you what put that? Why did you put that one in the show? Because it's sort of like it feels like a fratty party.
Yeah, I am embarrassed to admit that I did do this.
Okay.
I was at a pregame with a bunch of my guys, and they were kind of all rapping at me, and I was like, I have kind of a hidden talent, so I should show it to them. And I rapped super bass, and they were just like thank you so much. That means the world.
Your friend Benito Skinner, who you co-host a podcast with as well, and work with on Overcompensating.
Yeah.
You play his sister on the show. I would imagine he's a wonderful person to collaborate with based on how much I enjoyed talking to him when he was on this show.
Your guys' side profiles, like your bone structure, that was really powerful.
Oh my God.
Just sort of to see your faces facing each other, I was struck by that.
That is really great to hear because I think I was only struck by his bone structure.
No.
So to know that I'm even in the same zip code means a lot to me, Mary Beth.
You're his equal.
You guys film the show on a college campus. Do you enjoy being back on a college campus?
It was very triggering, definitely. But it was cool because they paid us to go.
Oh, because you were working as an actor on a college campus.
Yeah, last time I was there, my parents were paying an exorbitant amount of money for me to be there. And then this time I got paid that and then even more.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you probably, you could just leave whenever you wanted.
You could leave whenever you wanted. And it definitely felt like we fell back into those college roles pretty easily. So yeah. It's kind of scary.
Last time you were here, we didn't know if there was going to be more Overcompensating, and then you guys did a second season.
We did a second season. We just wrapped the second season.
Congratulations.
And yeah, so I got to spend 3 months in Toronto with my best friend Benito Skinner,
who's fantastic.
He's the best friend of the show. And since we wrapped, he's actually been hard up for cash, so he's been nannying my dog for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Benito is nannying your dog.
Benito's my dog's nanny, my dog Pinky. So Benny.
Oh, is he here?
Come here.
Benny, do you want to come out with Pinky? Oh my God, look at them. Benito.
Everybody. Oh, what is that?
Benito. Oh my God! How are you?
Hi, honey.
Now, you talk about your family in the special, but you also talk about Pinky. How does Pinky feel about being in the special?
Well, it's just I feel bad. I feel bad that I can't run the jokes by her. I do the jokes for her. She doesn't laugh, but I feel like she'd be honored to just be included in the narrative.
Yeah.
You know, because she's from the streets of Tijuana, and now she's here making her late night television debut.
Yeah. You actually. Of the many jokes I love in your special, you have a very good joke about Pinky.
I do.
And where Pinky's from.
Yeah, so like I say, she's from Tijuana. She crossed the border to take the job from an American Chihuahua because she has better work ethic. And then I say she is a dog and an immigrant, so we keep her away from Kristi Noem for 2 reasons.
It is such a good special. And can I just say, because you were there that night as well, like you have, I hope you can tell, because I've been to comedy shows before. I don't feel like I've ever been in an audience with a group of people that like, there was so much love in the room that night. Like people really, your fan base is so warm and they were so happy to be there. And it was such a great night. And I'm so glad I'm here and I'm so glad everybody can see it now. So congratulations, you guys. Mary Beth Barone, Benito Skinner, Pinky, everybody.